Passion, passion, passion. Take advantage of your passion. Let's get into it. Hi again. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Episode number 70. 70. Embrace your passion. Take advantage of your passion. What do I mean exactly by this?
I don't know.
It may seem very obvious, but it's something, and I've probably banged on about this many times, but it's so important. I realised how important it was recently because after many conversations with people, I think it's very clear that so many people are sort of unfulfilled, and they're not, you go to your job and you do that, and you may love your job, you may not love your job, but there's that sort of lack of fulfillment. Or you might have a passion that's likely different to your job. Maybe it's a hobby or something like that, but the idea of then just going all in and just going completely obsessed with that is often sort of frowned upon, because say it's golf, for example, and you're at a certain age that it's quite clear you're not going to become a professional golfer, fine, but you absolutely love golf and you're obsessed with golf and you love it. Now if you go kind of all in on that golf, you're going to get told by people, them, to pull it back in a little bit, just calm it down. You need to work, you need to do your job, you can't let your hobby or golf get in the way of your life. And because you're working 9 to 5 generally, you want to fit in this golf around that. So all your spare time when you're not working, you're trying to do it, but then you've got family time and there's just not enough time. So you can't kind of give your job in. Now, in that example, you can't become a professional golfer because that would be the dream because of age, etc., maybe ability. But there are many things you could do around the subject of golf that could actually bring you an income, whether it's some sort of videoing of events of golf or opening a golf shop, whatever. But there's different things around that you can do. And so it's not just about the obvious thing, it's looking a little bit laterally, but what else could you do in the space or the niche or the subject of your passion that could maybe bring you an income or a side income, so you can maybe work less part-time, that kind of thing. And so taking advantage of your passion is huge. But unfortunately, so few people actually do this, actually take advantage of their passion, because of fear of, well, it might not work out, or what will people say, I have to support the family, I've got a mortgage, etc. And it's certainly not a suggestion to day one go, right, that's it, I love, in this example, golf, I'm going to quit my job and I'm just going to do golf all the time. Because that's not, I hate to use the phrase that's not sensible, because unfortunately this whole idea is often deemed not sensible. But it's less of a practicality, because you're not going to go from full-time job earning to the first day kind of taking advantage, doing your passion, and earn the same money. That's not going to happen. So the idea is that you kind of do things part-time around it and build it up slowly. The problem is your nearest and dearest, who should be technically the people who support you, look after you and want the best for you, but because they want the best for you, they kind of want to protect you and keep you in that kind of stable status quo for the perhaps obvious reason, because they don't want you to fail and lose out. And they're saying, we don't want you to make a mistake, you've got this good job, you're earning, etc. You don't want to jeopardize that, you think of the family, we don't want you to be sort of destitute, etc. But there's actually a deeper and bigger rationale behind it.
Say what?
And it's a kind of a tribal thing, whereas people, humans, naturally sort of congregate in tribes or groups or communities, and what makes us part of a community is similarities. So people of a similar interest, maybe background, things like that, will generally gravitate towards each other because there's a lot of similarities, and that's how sort of you make friends and that kind of thing. So when you've got that kind of tribal group and there's the status quo, everyone's fairly similar, okay? Now if someone stands out or aspires to stand out from the group, it's immediately obvious. And so generally, just through social dynamics, the people will kind of do their most to bring that person back into the group. so they don't stand out, because it messes up, it rocks the boat basically. So by you sort of saying, I want to make something more of my life, I want to start this business, I want to do this, and all these kind of crazy dreams, the rest of the tribe, i.e. family, friends, close family friends, are going, oh, no. Don't do that. We need to protect you. We need to keep you in this, because if you broke out and changed your life and made this success or whatever, one, it's a bit unsettling for the rest of the tribe, but the reason it's more unsettling for the rest of the tribe is the fact it then highlights how sort of bad their situation is, because you're all equally bad, it's all the same, and you don't notice it. As soon as one person elevates themselves, it kind of shows, well, actually there is a possibility, you can be better than this. It highlights the perhaps the bad standard that everyone's accepted, and then it makes it more comfortable. So they'd rather pull you back down to kind of, I said, keep the status quo, and it keeps everyone on an even keel, so no one stands out and makes everyone else look bad. So let me give an example, and this is quite an interesting one. If you're in a group of friends, you're diabetic, and you're out at a restaurant, and they come around and say, okay, we're going to have, everyone's quite full, and you go, okay, let's look at the dessert menu, and everything on there is kind of, say, loaded with sugar, so for you it's not possible to have anything. So if you say to them, look, sorry, I'm not going to have a dessert because I'm diabetic and I can't really eat any of this, everyone will go, oh, no problem at all, no problem, that's fine, and they'll carry on, and you're not ostracised, because it's a serious kind of medical thing, and it's there's no argument to that. Fine, let's change that slightly. You're out with a group of friends, and everyone's it's at the same situation, but you're not diabetic in this situation, but you want to lose weight, you want to sort of change your diet and be a bit more healthier and things like that. So the menu comes around, and you sort of look at it and go, and you say to your friends, I'm not going to have a dessert because I'm trying to cut down, I'm trying to get a bit fitter. Watch the reaction to everyone else. Everyone will go, no, this once, just fine, just have it this once, not a problem.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
You'll be fine. Go on, live a little. Oh, look, it's cheesecake. Live it. And they're kind of, in general, I'm talking about general, not every single situation, but in general, they'll kind of convince you to have some. Now, it may seem as though it's coming from a place of, oh, we know you like this, go and have some, just this once, start your diet tomorrow, etc. But it's coming from the fact that I kind of stood up and said, like, no, I want to be a bit healthier, etc. Suddenly there's a disconnect between the rest of the group. Everyone else is having it, and everyone else, and you're going like, no, I don't want to do that. And hang on, whoa, what's going on here? And actually subconsciously they're basically trying to pull you back into the tribe, so you're exactly the same again. Because if you then didn't do that and got super fit and healthy and run marathons, it would then highlight the fact that basically they haven't done that, and maybe they feel a bit crap, and because they haven't had the willpower or whatever to do it. And so it's very interesting, the sort of the social dynamic around your friends and family around that. So embrace it and taking advantage of your passion, whilst it may seem very obvious and very kind of simple. To actually do it, it's actually incredibly hard because of the social dynamics of your peer group or your tribe. What I'm saying is, like, going all in on your passion. If you've got a passion, if you don't, you probably do, but you might have sort of buried it down, just to sort of think, well, I'll never be able to do that. And just think, have some time to yourself, a nice cup of tea or something, and just think, if I had no money or responsibility issues or anything like that, I can do literally what I want, anytime, anywhere, what would my dream life be? What would make you get out of bed in the morning? And often there is something, and it might be, oh, I'd like to start a flower shop, or I'd like to be a professional knitter. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's your passion, and because it's yours, it's unique to you and your spin on it. And so what I'm talking about today is just embracing and taking advantage of that passion, and do it, and almost block out everyone else. Literally block out everyone else, particularly if there's any sort of negative, or if there's any sort of, oh, I'm not sure. No, it's your mind. Seek maybe opinion or advice from people who have done similar things, if that makes sense. So if you want to start a flower shop, go and speak to people who actually have flower shops, or or at least people who've opened shops, because they're going to give you a much more focused opinion on whether or not it's a good idea, the challenges, the upsides, downsides. Listen to great Aunt Nellie about saying, oh no, you don't want to do that. Unless she's actually had a flower shop or a shop or something that's similar, why are you taking advice from her? Take advice from people who've done it, and certainly people who are knowledgeable in that area, not just Aunt Nellie or Uncle Frank who just have an opinion on it, because if they've never done it or never attempted or anything, there's very little basis for their opinion is worth, really. And in all respect to your friends and family, you don't have to be horrible to them, don't be an asshole, but take advice or information from people who have done it, or at least have got some knowledge on the subject, of actual knowledge, not just what they've read in the paper. Because then, a bit more of an unbiased opinion, and likely is the people you do take advice from, they'll be going, yeah, go for it. It may not work, but you'll regret not taking the action. And so I can't emphasize enough, embrace, take advantage of your passion, and you will not be sorry. You'll be pumped. And just this whole subject, I'm so super kind of passionate about it, because it just fires me up. I'm just talking about it and just doing it, and I'm on this journey to kind of fulfill that. I'm not nowhere near there yet, but it's a work in progress, and that's why I want to share that with you, and at least hopefully encourage you to just grab that passion and just run with it and just do it, and just literally everyone else and their opinion, because you've got to think of, if you're happy, then you can make other people happy. If you're successful, you can help other people. If you're not happy, it's almost selfish, because you're keeping your own ability to yourself and not spreading it out to the world, and where you can help people and stuff like that. So it's quite a controversial point of view, but just embrace and take advantage of your passion. Hopefully you got some value from this. If you have, hit that like button so it's nice and blue, and comment below, have you ever thrown yourself into your passion, and what is your passion? What would you like to do, really, if you had no other constraints? I'd love to hear. Stick it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I really do appreciate it. And also hit the bell notification so you know when I'm releasing a new video. And for now, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.